Imagine the rich, colorful, and vibrant culture of Mexico meeting the minimalist, harmonious culture of Japan, where empty spaces are as important as the artwork itself. Hisae Ikenaga has definitely succeeded in blending these two worlds in a very unique way. Let's discover how Hisae's Latin American and Asian roots have shaped and influenced her as a woman and as an artist. Now we are going to meet with Hisae in her studio for Charlotte in Red's signature side track. Hisae, thank you very much for taking time out of your
thank you.
busy schedule and for welcoming us in your space.
You are really welcome. Thank you for coming.
You are an artist, you're a sculptor. When did this start? When did it start? At school? Primary school? Later on?
No, when I was a kid, I have two brothers and we were all together always drawing and making things with our hands. But I think it was also because my father was really good also. And my mother always encouraged us to do it. So I think we started since we were like 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then we keep on going to different classes of art, and yes.
And then, but later on, when you went to university, you went into art, right?
Yes, I wasn't sure at the beginning. I mean, when I was like 15, I always wanted to continue with this art thing. But then when I when I was 18, the big question, what are you going to study? Are you really going to earn money from that? And it was like, I'm not sure. Let me try. But I also had the option, or my mother, my father told me, why don't you try graphic design? Mm-hmm. It seems, and I said, okay. And when I had to do the test to get into the university, I made the test for visual arts, mm-hmm. and also for graphic design. But something happened with the School of Graphic Design that I have to make it again because someone cheated or something. And I said, this is a sign. I won't do it. I will keep on visual arts. So I decided to study art. So when you finish school, then is the big question, what is next, no? Because it's not so easy at school they never teach you what to do after school. Yes. So you find this big wall, and that hits you on the head, and it's like, well, what can I do, no? Mm-hmm. And when the people ask you, what do you do, if you want to look for a job, no? It's like, well, I know how to cut paper, I know how to paste wood, no? And it's like, and what is that, no? Yeah. So, well, you have to find your own way to survive. And I think when you get to 30 or something, you really have to ask yourself, shall I continue with this or not? And if I continue, I have to keep on doing this until I die.
Well, your name kind of reveals it. You are part Mexican, part Japanese. What does that make to you as a person? How did it shape you? How does it translate into your art?
Well, I was born in Mexico and I lived most of my life there, and I felt there like really comfortable because I went to a Japanese Mexican school. And there's a big colony of Japanese people there. So I always felt like really comfortable in that sense. I never felt I was something weird, because I was surrounded by my friends that were like third, fourth generation of Japanese people or half people, with Japanese. But it's true that when I moved to Spain, I started to feel that I wasn't that normal, because people were always telling me, "Oh, what a weird mix," and I was like, "Well, I don't know." And if you think about it, it's true, no? They are really far away.
Yes.
Japan and Mexico are quite different, and I'm really glad of having these two different visions of society, to really compare them and to understand both of them. And also as an artist, as a woman, when I started working after finished school, I found that in Mexico it was like really hard to be an artist. I couldn't really find that there was like people really I don't know, doing something not special for women, but I felt like I always had to have like a man next to me or in front of me or behind me. And I also saw that in Japan, because I went with an ex-boyfriend who was a Mexican artist, and I found these terrible differences, that they always look at him and ask him, and I was just like a ornament. In Japan it was really terrible. I felt it like the worst experience in my life, this machismo. In Mexico, it's the same thing, but at least the people, I don't know if it's better or not, they are more like gentlemen with you. They are always like, oh, señorita, here, that, no? And for me, Spain was a revelation as a woman, as a women artist, I went there and I found women supporting women. And of course, even in Europe, I have also some experiences about going to places where are just for men, like factories, or I don't know, to hardware stores. They look at me and they are just like, did you lost something? No? Or are you looking for something for your beautiful house or your toilet? And it's like, no, I want to make a sculpture. And it's like, they never take me seriously, at the beginning. And with the time, they found out that I like to do these things, and I have my own ideas, and I'm just asking for help, as anyone else, And I wanted to be just myself and being someone doing my stuff.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. So you've started out in Mexico, you've been to Japan, you've been in Spain. Now you're in Luxembourg, and you are kind of discovering the environment, the cultural influences. And how do you feel about Luxembourg as a place of creation?
I think it's really expensive. And for artists, that is not good. I mean, an artist, we always have problems to really have money to live. Mm-hmm. And then to produce our stuff, and then to really sell, and to try to follow this kind of capitalistic schedule thing. Mm-hmm. It's almost impossible. So I think the big problem about an artist to really try to develop their work is it's too expensive. There are things, but at least I want to see what is Luxembourg. I want to find out what is Luxembourg, the history. For example, I found this industrial past or present, that is really there. You see these big constructions, and this history about extractions of minerals and metals that have made this place be the way it is now.
Mm-hmm. What is your next big project?
Well, I have a couple of exhibitions in autumn, and another in a gallery, and they are going to be in Luxembourg City. So I'm really happy to work on them, because I want to make different and new things, and also I want to see what's going to be the reaction. So I need to start working hard, and I'm really, really happy and enthusiastic about this thing, and let's see what happens.
Exactly, we will be there. You send us the
Of course, yes, sure.
Thank you so much, Hisae.
Thank you.